Mr. Hunter. We have 2 beast bosses. One will follow me, lads. 1 boss Snikra, a Ghazghkull Thraka. 2 war bosses. 2 10-man units of Beast Snagga Boyz. 2 10-man units of Basic Boys. 1 small unit of Gretchen. 2 kill rigs. Let me pull this up. 2 kill rigs, a 10-man unit of Nobz, 5 Meganobz to go alongside Ghaz, which is pretty dang wild, right? Because most of the time people don't pay for that. I mean, even when I talk about it and I say, hey, I don't think you should bring Ghaz with a big wrecker unit of Meganobz. I've told you that. My videos say that. I've been consistent with that. My boy said, I don't care what you say, but I'm bring it, which I'm here for it. That's what you should do as org players. Listen to what I say and then adjust to your own preference. A 10-man unit of Nobz with Power Claws, 2 5-man units of Storm Boys, and then 2 so yeah, let me get rid of some of these slides because I have a little bit too many open real quick. Bam, bam. Let me get this. Here we go. All right. So let's show Mr. Hunter Spakes at the Ghosttown Showdown. Shout out to our sponsors, the Baron of Dice, as they helped us do our Waaaghtaktiks dice. So shout them out. Check them out in description, 5% off in the discount because nobody likes taxes. And shout out to Baron of Dice. They allow us to do our paint competition. So thank you very much to them. So for his first game, let's go win path to victory. He has the Tyranid invasion fleet. Very, very reliable. So you know how we have War Horde? Tyranids have invasion. So we have Hive Tyrant with adaptive biology. I believe that's a feel no pain. A Neural Tyrant, a Swarm Lord. This Neural Tyrant does make it so the Shadow of the Warp abilities and -1. That does matter when you're an Orc player because obviously we really, really care about our strats. 1 Gargoyle. Remember, gargoyles have the ability to shoot and then move. So a lot of the time they can flip an objective for the Tyranid player, which is really annoying as an Orc player because you're not really used to that happening to us for so cheap. For example, he'll come down from Team Strike. He'll shoot at anything that he can. That allows his unit to now move, and then he'll move onto an objective after coming in from reserve, right? If he can. We have 2 units of Hormagaunts, a Biovore, 2 units of Exocrines, a Lictor, 3 individual Maliceptors, a Tyrannofex, and then a Zoanthrope. My goodness, right? You're looking at this and you're like, at least me, right? I'm looking at this and I'm going, you got to chew through triple Maliceptors. And you know what you're really happy to have when you're looking to chew through triple Maliceptors? A Ghazghkull Thraka, a Beast Boss on foot. You can't use both, I would say. And honestly, the Beast Boss himself can't reliably punch away the Maliceptor. You do have to keep in mind that the Maliceptor will have access to a 5-up Feel No Pain because of the detachment stratagem that they do have to give something a 5-up Feel No Pain. But that's why you can, for the most part, say that this is what I'm using for Ghaz. When you're playing into this type of Tyranid list, he is looking to kind of more castle up, shoot you away, throw little, small units around the field to score from his Lictor to his Hormagaunts to his Biovore to his Gargoyles. He's looking to stand and hold kind of the middle in the castle formation. If you are running into the Maliceptors, they make you -1 to hit. They can be -1 to wound also. And then they have a 4-up invul, and they're still tough. So it does require you to put quick, aggressive pressure. Then not to mention that he has a Tyrannofex with a Rupture Cannon for the big flamer for Overwatch. So this is one of those matchups where you as an org player, you know what they have, and if you slow play it, then they're designed to slow play and chew you away, because Tyranids like to kind of focus you down, right? For example, this Zoanthrope unit with the Tyrant, the Neuro Tyrant's getting +1 to hit. He can shoot a couple las cannons at you, and then the Tyrannofex can chip you. The Exocrines would get rerolls to 1 to hits everything that shoots at you. So they kind of focus you down. That's why you can't really take your time. So get into them, position up early with your Trukk, your kill rigs, and then just get into him. Put your, kill rigs on. You're going to be happy for your word towers. You're going to be happy for additional lethals. You're going to be happy for Ghaz, that big of Ghaz that you have going up here. So shout out to you, and obviously you're going to be happy for those beast bosses. Love to see it. It comes off that you think, oh, just because I have the beast bosses and the boys that I'm super easy, well done. You have the tools to delete him, but you can't slow play it. If you're anticipating that, pre-anticipating like scared, then Tyranid can kill you. But for the most part, you're just going to shove all the beast bosses and kill rigs and Ghaz down their throat. Love to see it. Then we move on to the second matchup, which is only a 43-point win, right? Only a 43-point win. So let's see what he was so preemptive to go against it. We see he was going against Astra Militarum, the meta bullies. So we have 1 unit of Tempestus squad. 3 units of Tempestus command squads, followed by a platoon command squad. 2 primary psychers. These guys give their unit that they're in like additional durability to shooting, I believe. I don't know, something like that. Then we have Ursula Creed and Iron Hand Strachan. Iron Hand Strachan is a respectable scouting melee combatant. Then we have a Catachan Jungle Fighter unit, Acadian Shock unit, another Catachan Jungle Fighter unit, a big 20-man unit, most likely for our boy Iron Hand Strachan, and then 2 more Catachan Jungle Fire units. So he has 6 Catachan Jungle Fire units, if I counted right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 of them. So he has 6 Catachan units, one of them being a big brick. And then a 3 10-man units of Tempest Scion squads, followed by 2 5-man units of Tempest Scion squads. I don't know if I'm saying those names wrong. I own the army. I'm saying that wrong. Followed by 3 big bricks of Atalan Rough Rider horses, a Cyclops demolition vehicle, and then 3 units of 10 Tempestus Aquilons. My goodness, very respectable. Very respectable. Obviously, you can understand looking at this list, a bunch of guard that are looking to scout forward, get in your face, and then drop a bunch of jetpack units behind them, shooting you away and scoring very respectably. And also having these units of Rough Riders to run up and charge you. And then also, because they have the regimental keyword, they can get back onto the battlefield again. Very, very, very aggressive kind of army here, right? Very respectable. It's funny that we mentioned this because we're going to look at a WCW list that has a kind of like similar archetype that you can see that the guard players are picking up. So if you're not familiar with this kind of design, mind you, these guys can get additional orders from Ursula Creed, additional defensive buffs from the Psychers, and then all the orders they get from their guys. And then they have Master Voxes so they can reach far away and give more orders out to other people. So if you're not familiar with this version of the guard and you're just familiar with the basic mechanized guard or combined arms guard, just know that this mass volume of guard infantry is on the table and come into play. It very much does matter if you can go first. Our boy doesn't. Hunter doesn't have commandos. He does have snake rat, but that's not enough to really stop the Catachans. They can stop them from scouting, but then a big 20-man unit of Catachans is fine to charge into him, pick him snake rat, pick him up off the table. Snake rat and Iron Hand go one-on-one pretty much, right? So he did have to play it slow, but he pulled this win off with the 43-point win. So I would love the context behind that. Of course, he does have the capability to kill stuff because he has a bunch of these 10-man units of boys and one-shot them back. I have a feeling he went first, a big feeling that he went first and that the mission helped him as well. It's very respectable. So then he moves on to Hunter's third game, because that was only a second game, boy. Getting that guard infantry spam game 1 and then a bunch of drop troopers, right? Then he goes into game 3. He's going into Thirster, as you can imagine, Demon. So we have a Bloodthirster with the King's Blade for more damage, right? Because otherwise he's not that scary. We have a Demon Prince of Chaos, followed by Karak. I don't know what that is. 2 units of Ren Masters of the Blood Throne. So these guys can give their units like +1 strength and I think +1 damage. Pretty dang cool. We have a Scarbrand. It's very scary for punt killing. I think he gives everyone around him, I think, additional attack or something. It's kind of funny. And then a Skull Taker. So very, very aggressive, corny army here. We have a unit of Bloodletters. They come off from reserves. I think Deep Striker reserves and get good charges off. I think it's on 3 dice or something, but they get some sort of buff to coming off the battlefield edge. 2 units of Blood Crushers. Keep in mind that demons have uppy downy, right, where they can pick their units up. Not to mention that they have advance and charge, but they also have coming in from 6 inches from you and charge against you. And then Blood Crushers, for Orc players to understand without going full into their data sheet, think of them as Ghazghkull Boys. They have a mount that hits well. They have a guy on top that hits well. But these guys, I think one of their profiles is damage 1. And then we have 2 units of Fleshhounds, really cheap for 70 points for just little bodies of guys that run up for 12 movement. A lot of these guys are going on the field first, taking up space, and then they're trying to drop in Blood Crushers. Just so happens that when you're going into beast bosses, you can just destroy those demons. And then you actually having kill rigs, you can maybe shoot a little bit of these crushers away. Crushers are super respectable though, so you'll want to hold on to those transports and not get charged by those guys. But you're definitely going to appreciate fight on death as well. But we all know that War Horde, especially when you have Ghaz there, just does really, really well into like a demon design list. So still 80 points, so it's not like he just walked them. Like I said, you have to be respectable, but yeah. Then he goes into his 4th game. we have Chaos. Wait, was that a force game? Yeah. Then he went to Demons again, which he called Bigger Are Us. Yeah, well, about to find out who's bigger, right? We have Velikor, a keeper of secrets. Actually, 3 keepers of secrets. And then Shalexi Hellbane, a changeling, and the Mask of Slanesh, 1 plague bear, and then 3 screamers. So I've heard of this. You know, it is very killy and it's fast, it's respectable, but it's not what they don't want to see orcs, beast bosses, gas, war horde, triple 2 kill rigs standing on the other side of the table here, right? Even the fact that you can give additional strength to bring units up to different strength holds so they're wounding on 5s instead of 6s against greater demons, that matters too outside of the WAAAGH turn. So remember, it doesn't always happen to WAAAGH turn. It can. It can, because you're running against demons, you could just completely annihilate them. Not much depth there. Just remember to screen well, guys. Be respectable in that. And then his game 3, which I have a feeling it was Chaos Knights. So he has the dog spam, I think, right? So we have a dog stalker followed by 6 brigands, 6 carnivores. Bam, pretty vanilla. Everybody knows about this. If you're going to GT, just expect that you very much might have to play some version of dog spam. And that's could be that he was anticipating this because this wasn't a very large event at the Ghosttown Showdown. So you do kind of have an idea what people are playing. And you could have just realized I play against a lot of demons. I play against a lot of Chaos Knights. That's what these guys are going into. Therefore, I bring a big Ghaz. That's why at the end of the day, the good part about Hunter's list is that even though most of us have these models, most of us has ran some similar archetype of this and easily can copy this, he put his twist of I know my meta and my matchups that I need to do. I need a bigger unit with Ghaz. I need him to get the full output, straight punch 2 people, keep Makari alive, to have continuous momentum. I need only 2 kill rigs instead of 3, and he just met his meta correctly. That's all it really took, right? That's why knowing your meta, knowing what I advise and what the whole meta does generally as a whole is important, but also having your own context for your own skills and your own, meta and what you're going into for tables and everything like that is what matters a lot. So shout out to Mr. Hunter Spakes because it looked like he read the meta well and he brought the Great WAAAGH. If you enjoyed the clip, check out the full video here. If you'd like to see more tactics, click here.
Let's get stuck in, lads!